name's Dan Cunliffe, Managing Director of Pangea. Thanks so much for joining us. This is our February video log, although you will definitely notice it's March already. Two reasons for that. Been in Thailand, had a really good time for a quick break, but also returned and went to Barcelona recently for the Mobile World Congress, the largest, I would say, mobile gathering of mobile professionals in the world. Over 100,000 people, several thousand exhibitors, and a lot of really cool stuff. What did we see while we were there? Well, it was clear that there were two really interesting focus points. Number one being 5G and what that brings, and number two, our market, IoT. I think from my sort of takeaway, 5G is really going to come into its own in a couple of areas. Number one is the lower power required to deliver 5G is a massive step forward. I think you will find that we will be able to keep devices connected for much longer on the battery power, and therefore be able to do some much more interesting things and not have these challenges around, well, we'd have to go swap out batteries or have heavier sensors and devices with battery power. The other one is obviously the latency. So latency in 5G becomes very close to what we do over Ethernet, sub 10 millisecond type scenario. And that becomes hugely powerful for remote things like autonomous vehicles or remote surgery, or just being able to send things into very obscure, difficult places. You think about war zones or delivering health products where humans probably don't want to go just yet. You'll be able to control things over the air using 5G. So that's really exciting. What it means for the IoT market, I think, is definitely around the low power. That makes a big difference for that market, and also the latency, where you need to send information critically, that becomes important around the latency. So those two areas were huge. I also quite enjoyed the fact that we read a lot about the word ecosystem. We've been talking about an IoT ecosystem in Pangea almost since the beginning, close to 3 years ago, and everybody out there, from the largest manufacturers through to service providers through to operators, were talking about that. So I think it's clear that our partners who are becoming a part of our IoT ecosystem and hopefully taking benefit from that, we're on the right path, and our obligation as the channel's choice in IoT is to keep bringing people this IoT ecosystem. And so I'm glad we went to Barcelona, and we also started to bring back some more stuff for our partners. Something else that happened in Barcelona for us is we have brought a new part to the ecosystem, which is, in layman's terms, a bit of a Fitbit for buildings. Every one of our partners definitely work with a client who has a building, and we'll be slowly introducing a new relationship which effectively measures, monitors, and tries to teach the building owner or the person renting, paying for the energy, what is actually going on in the building, how we can improve it. And I guess you think about the Fitbit model for humans, it's a bit like that for the buildings, but more on that probably in the next video log as well. Other than Mobile World Congress that's been consuming us for the last couple of weeks and months, an announcement that we were delighted to welcome Georgie Gardner into our team. She comes with immense experience, and a lot of the people in the O2 Business Partner channel will know of her and have probably worked with her in the past. She brings, as I said, a lot of exciting experience, but also really good thought process around what we can do in this market with the business partner world, right across all the different operators. So a big welcome to her, and for joining us as well. What's coming up in March? Well, besides the snow we all had recently, we were expecting the weather to get a bit better. I'm sure that will happen. You may have noticed, and I haven't said it just yet, but we're been at a partner conference, supporting one of our partners with their customers and how we can grow IoT into their business. We are here at Leicester Tigers. They're celebrating 125 years of Welford Road, which is the name of their stadium and the pitch, which incidentally I played at once before in a sevens tournament, so I'm not going to pick it up too much, but I did back in the day, and we've been kind enough to be hosted here by these guys, and it's always good to come back to a really interesting rugby ground. We got to see inside various parts of their trophy cabinet, as well as where the guys get ready before the game. So a lot of good traditional things here at Leicester Tigers. But yeah, for a rugby fan like me, it was quite interesting today. Not much more to really share, except that March and into next quarter, definitely going to be pushing harder on our enhanced router. Some of you might have seen our conversation about that. We have a brand new enhanced router which is available on the website, but also we'll be talking more about the European solutions we're going to be bringing through next quarter. So I do appreciate everyone listening to the video log. Thanks so much for taking the time. Thank Cunliffe Managing Director Pangea. Thanks very much.